Hello and welcome. This episode features an Audi A7 2012. First of all, let's start with the smart chart, just so we make sure we don't forget to look for anything. When shopping for a car, you need to go through the exterior condition, whether it's body, paint, or tire wear. Then check the engine condition. Might seem hard, but there is multiple easy clues, whether it's weird noises, smells, or smoke. Then there's the interior condition. Probably the easiest one there because it's mostly worn and dirty, but there's also some clues that can indicate crash and repair cases. We'll talk about those later. Then take it for a test drive. It's the only mean of communication for the car to express herself. Finally, check the mileage. It's the moment you're most familiar with the car. Keep in mind that there really is no way to be 100% sure a used car won't need any repairs. What I would like to share throughout my work is ways to minimize the risk and deal the best price as fairly as possible. So let's start with the exterior condition. You're looking for inconsistency in the paint job. Panels that seems to be lighter or stronger in color than the rest of the car. Usually you need the sun to be shining bright in order to kind of see how the light plays on the paint.
The paint on this side, starting from the rear up to the fender, it's all blurry, which in my opinion is clearly not the factory paint. Now, if you look at this, it's a lot better. It doesn't feel like all twisty and blurry. You can see even the reflection throughout the paint is, you can see it's blurry. It's not quite meticulously perfect as on the other side.
Now let's get our attention over the body condition. As always, this should be the most obvious part. When you're walking around the car, look for any dings, broken parts, scratches, rust, inconsistent alignment in between the hood, panels, bumpers, and doors.
Now it seems there's something wrong between the bumper and the fender. It's not quite perfect as well.
The wheels and tires. First of all, look and see if all four tires are the same make and model.
The tire
Then,
tread
take a
is
penny and
perfect.
insert it in between the tire tread.
Wheels,
It will give you a rough
everything
estimation.
scratched
And finally,
all
check the
around.
rims for scratches, pothole damage, and faded paint. Now, the headlamps and tail lights. Check and see if the headlamps are becoming bluish and yellow. This is common with non-UV treated transparent plastic. With time and sunshine, they slowly degrade. This means either the car was sitting too long facing the sun or the car has spent most of its life on the road. This is why sometimes yellow blurred headlamps can give you a rough estimation on the actual mileage. Moving on to the engine condition. Start it up and listen. ideally a cold start is the best way for checking an engine. If it's too rough, you know it's usually packing a big load of mileage. And try and listen for any weird ticking sounds, odd rattle, or knocking noise. Since you're inside the engine bay, it's the right time to check for rusted engine
Now
components.
the other issue is that you can see the paint over here is gone, and the plastic fitting over here isn't perfect. The other side, you can see that this bolt has been turned, so this fender has been probably either replaced or fiddled with, which also helps indicate that earlier we noticed that this whole side was painted, and now we see that the bolt was turned, so we know that this car most probably was hit and repaired.
Let's move on to the third part from the investigation: interior condition. Look for any interior wear mark. This kind of cars, the mileage plays a big part in their values. So what we need to do is find clues all around that can justify the mileage. Look for any unusual wear and tear on the steering wheel, seats, switches. Any unusual condition could be caused by excessive use, which should indicate a relatively high mileage. We talked earlier about clues indicating a crash and repair case. It's mainly the seat belts mixed with black mechanic kind of dirt. When a car gets into the hands of a cheap money-making mechanic, you'll most probably find black mechanic dirt all around the interior. Granted, it doesn't mean the car was crashed. The car might simply be in for cheap maintenance. A crash and repair case is most usually given away by the seat belts. See, seat belts are made in a specific way so they lock when the car gets into a crash, and they have to be replaced. They are kind of expensive to buy directly from the dealer because they usually come as a full kit because of safety measures, which makes it the perfect black market item, usually stolen parts. This is where it gets interesting. Parts on the black market aren't handled with all due care and attention. Once they have been removed from stolen cars, they are basically thrown away, waiting for customers. Meanwhile, those parts accumulate dirt, rust, and all kind of nasty stuff. The weird part is that nobody bothered cleaning them up.
Probably the first time I ever encounter something like this. The seat belt on the passenger seat is locked. So this car has been into a crash and repaired, as we said earlier, and the seat belt was never replaced, as well as the airbags, probably. All the sensors that should be replaced after a crash probably haven't been done, and so the rear is fine. There is only the passenger seat, front passenger seat, which is locked.
Moving on to windows and sunroof. Check if all the windows are working properly, open them up and close them down. Now those are frameless door windows. Usually those windows are pre-programmed from factory to roll a little bit down every time you open the door in order to
Once you
clear
close
away
back
from the roof.
the hood, you can
Don't forget to check if the windshield wipers show any malfunction.
continue using your windshield washer.
I'll thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed. Whether you're looking to buy or to be entertained by nice car footage, Be sure to subscribe and scroll through my channel, there's much more stuff about cars. Take care and goodbye.